Friends, as in the previous class we learned about the breathing process and what kind of changes takes place when we breathe in and breathe out. And one more thing we discussed, when we breathe out, which gas is released? CO2 gas is released. Correct. What is the proof? For that we can do one simple activity. In that we have to take a conical flask or any test tube. In that, this is what? This is a lime water. Which water? Lime water. Lime water, its formula is calcium hydroxide, CaOH whole twice calcium hydroxide. That we will use for whitewashing, white color powder. That is a CaCO3. Actually CaCO3, but it is mixed in the water. It forms a calcium hydroxide. So this lime water is taken out, and you can see this girl through the straw. It is releasing out the CO2 gas, or releasing out the air. We don't know this is the CO2. We just telling it, she is releasing out the exhaling out the air into this water. Which water? Lime water. And after 5 minutes, what we observe, this water has turned milk color. You will see, you will be able to see the change in the water. First it was like a little transparent, but after blowing out the air in the lime water, this has turned milk color. Okay, milky color. So this is a simple activity to prove that when we breathe out, carbon dioxide gas is released. If it turns milk color, then only. If it any other gas also, any other chemical activities, chemical reaction where CO2 gas is released, we can conduct this experiment to prove that during this activity CO2 is released. This is the simple experiment. In that we have to pass the air or gas to the lime water. If this lime water turns milk color, we can say it is a CO2 gas. Correct. Actually, when we breathe in, that time how much oxygen we take? We take 1 second, 21% of oxygen. How much percent of oxygen? 21% of oxygen we inhale during the breathing, inhalation. And how much percent carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide also is there, but only 0.04% carbon dioxide is inhaled during the breathing. When you breathe out, it contains how much? 16.4% oxygen. When we breathe in, 21%, but when you breathe out, exhaled air, how much? 16.4%. Still oxygen is present, and carbon dioxide level also increase 4.4%. So it is not like that when we breathe out only carbon dioxide gas is released. Usually we talk about that carbon dioxide gas is released, even some amount of oxygen also is present in the exhaled air. Okay. Now this was the, what you can say, breathing process taking place in the human. Okay. Now, and some animals. Now we learn a breathing process in other animal except human. So here we are going to discuss first about the cockroach. In the cockroach, what happened? Its body has a small opening on the side of its body. Okay, so let's have a cockroach diagram. In that you can see here side, this part here, small tiny pores are present. Through these tiny pores only, whatever this cockroach inhale the air. Okay, which contain 21% of oxygen. And other insect also have the similar. Some other insect also have same kind of similar opening like a cockroach. Like they are called spiracles. What do you call them? Spiracles. These tiny openings are called spiracles. Insect, because actually cockroach also come in the insect category only, na. So insect have a network of air tube called trachea. Air tube. So in our human body also, when we breathe in, which kind of tube is used? Trachea only is used. Here also this part is called trachea. This part, okay, which helped to inhale the air, which helped to take in air into the body. Okay. So into the tracheal tube, once more I can repeat. So here what is happening in the insect, what we have a spiracle, which are the tiny opening, and a network means many interconnections of tube, that is called network. They are the air tubes, they are called tracheae. Okay, for gas exchange means taking the oxygen, releasing out the carbon dioxide. Oxygen rich air, the air which contain more amount of oxygen, 21% oxygen we see, rushes into the spiracles. Like we have a nostrils, here we have a holes in our nose through which we take in air. Same way cockroaches take in air through the spiracles, okay, into the tracheal tube, like we have windpipe here. Same manner, the cockroaches have the tracheal tube. Diffuses into the body tissue. Diffuses means whenever sub gases moves from higher concentration to lower concentration, this is called diffusion. Okay, so in the tissues this air is diffuses means enters or moves and reaches to every cell from the first spiracles to the tracheae and trachea, and afterwards it goes into the tissues. Okay, into the tissue, through the tissue it reaches to the cells, because cells only smallest unit of the human body or any living body. Similarly, carbon dioxide from the cells goes into the tracheal tube and moves out through the spiracles. Now, carbon dioxide also in same manner from the cells to the tissue to the tracheal tube, tracheal to the spiracles is released out, thrown out from the cockroach body or other insects, those who work on this this manner. These air tubes, tracheal, found only in the insect, not in any other group of animals. The spiracle and the tracheal tube, these are only found in insect, not other group like birds and carnivores, herbivores. No, only in the case of insect it happened. Because in the case of insect, this spiracles only sufficient to fulfill the demand of oxygen, because energy requirement the insect is lesser than the other group of animals. Now we will discuss another topic in the next class. Till then, thank you, take care, have a nice day.